Well, hello, you guys. If you don't remember who I am, I'm Eric. About 2 years ago, I made a lot more videos than I have in the last 2 years, obviously, about kind of documenting my own hair growth, as well as interviewing guys with long hair, specifically guys whose long hair was an integral part of their identity, I guess. And that fully fell off the wagon. I've been fully absent for roughly 2 years at this point. Um, I'll kind of talk about that in a little bit. And I am going to leave like chapters. If you can check like the thingy, I don't remember what it's called. And I also just finished working, so if I don't sound um, fully coherent, that's why. It was a very long day at work. But I figured now would be the best time to make an update video. And as you can see, I still have long hair. It's a lot longer than the last time I made a video. Since my last video in 2024, I've only gotten one trim. So it's kept growing since then. It's still growing. Later on in the video, I'll kind of show you how long it is from both the front and the back sides, etc. And then I thought it'd be really fun if we actually measured the length together, because I haven't measured it. I feel like it's reaching 3 feet at this point because it's very long. As you can see. But anyway, I'll kind of jump into where I've been first. So the reason why I've been absent hasn't been for like any bad reasons. I was just finishing up grad school. I went to school for speech language pathology, and that's like a 2-year program. It's very intensive. And then after you finish grad school, you do what's called a clinical fellowship year, which is basically you're just working normally. It just means that you're not like fully licensed, I guess. You're under the supervision of another speech therapist. So I did that for a year, and then obviously I've since completed that. So now I'm a fully fledged speech therapist. But up until recently, I was living with a lot of other people. So I was living with some roommates, and it just made it really difficult to make update videos. My prior job was very intensive. I worked with some pretty significant behaviors, if you want to say it, like punching, scratching, biting, spitting, things of that nature. So I'd often come home and just would be too tired to film a video. Now that I'm further along professionally, I'm at a new place of work. I have a lot more energy to actually dedicate to making more content. So I'm not going to make promises that that's what's going to happen, because obviously I've made promises for like the last 4 years that I've had this channel, that I'm going to do this and that and have these magical unicorn fairy dreams, and then they've clearly not come to fruition. But the goal is to make more videos, especially now that my hair is so long. Not a lot of guys have hair even remotely as long as mine, and I feel like there's a lot to be said about that. There's a lot of different kinds of care that goes into it, because any guy who has long hair knows that it's very different from having short hair. And I would almost say that's even more the case with extremely long hair. Really anything belly button or longer. And mine is about belly button length in the front. But anyway, that's where I've been. That's the kind of the reason why I haven't really posted anything. But why don't we get right into kind of showing off the full length of my hair? And I also want to say I'm very sorry that looks kind of gross today. Normally it doesn't. Just like I had like 10 clients today, so it got kind of frizzy and oily in that process. But we'll get right into it. So just sitting up in my chair, also ignore the background. I have to clean really bad. my hair got stuck in my hand. But as you can see, it's still, it's not showing the full length of it. So it's quite long. And then if we stand up, I'll stand up for a sec. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see. I'll turn the chair. But in the back, it's pretty much at my belt. So it's pretty much at my butt. And then in the front, and again, normally it doesn't look this like stringy and gross. But as you can see in the front, so I'll kind of show you, my belly button is right here. So it's definitely well past my belly button at this point, which is crazy. But I love it. This is my favorite length so far. I want it to be longer. And again, we'll kind of talk about that in a sec. Let's go ahead and measure it to see kind of how long it is. I imagine it's going to be obviously over 2 feet in length. I mean, it is functionally down to my belt. My belt is right here. Oh my gosh, it grew so fast. I didn't even realize. But what I'm going to do is I have our measuring tape here, and we're just gonna go ahead and measure it. So I'll kind of stop it right here and see, and we're just gonna do it from the front. I'm not gonna be too crazy, because this is it's not like a soft ruler. It's like a plastic one. So it's just gonna be easier to do it from the front. It's probably means that it's technically longer, but for the sake of today, who cares? So we'll go ahead and measure it. Actually, fully like not following my own directions. Okay. So the bottom of it, let's see, kind of just keeps going. Again, I kind of didn't realize how long it was truly until today. Okay, so it's about right here is where it comes down to. Oh my gosh, you guys. Right now, actually, put how long you think my hair is in the comments. I'll wait. Anywho, that's enough waiting. My hair from the front piece to the bottom in the front measures in at 32 inches. My hair is 32 inches long. That means that my hair is close to 3 feet, which is crazy. Because again, I didn't realize how long it is. But granted, I am 6 feet tall, so that does make sense. And I have been growing it pretty consistently for about 6 or 7 years. So it's been a while. I'm going to brush it to try to get the oils through so that doesn't look so gross. Because again, like normally it doesn't look this gross, but I worked really hard today, so that's why. This is what I usually do to kind of reset my hair because it gets very greasy. And I usually do this. I brush my hair probably 3 times a day, I would say. Once in the morning, obviously. Once while I'm at work, because I actually wear my hair down most of the time now, which we'll kind of get into. And then once, like, after work, or if I'm going out to eat. See, it already, like, looks so much better. Dang, that's long. Ugh. But I love it. So, I'm going to do one more hair flip to reset it. All right, there we go, much better. So as I said, I mostly wear my hair down. That used to not be the case because I'm gonna reset it again because it still looks like not super great. All right, let's see. Zhuzh it up. Zhuzh it up. And then flip. All right, there we go. That used to not be the case because obviously with hair this long, it can be a hazard. I still work with clients who would like try to grab it and stuff. So for those clients, I do still wear my hair up. However, for the most part, I wear it down. And the reason for that is I just feel more like myself with my hair down. I find that wearing my hair down almost has like a calming effect on myself. I feel more grounded. I feel more connected to myself, if that makes sense. Obviously, I love the feel of it. So if you've never had long hair, it's just like a really pleasant feeling to feel it on your back and your shoulders, and to kind of see it fall in front of you, see it hit your chest, etc. It's really like an unparalleled feeling. It's my favorite thing in the world. I've also found that it's kind of a signature look for me. So a lot of people recognize me for my long hair at work and outside of it. I really am kind of called like the guy with long hair at work with both clients and parents and caregivers and everyone under the sun, basically. And do not go looking for my place of work or I will delete this channel, just so you know. Because some of y'all did that in the past. You like approached people that I knew and asked them about me. And we're not going to do that, you guys. That's creepy, okay? If so much of is any of you try to contact my place of work or whoever, this channel is gone and it will be your fault. So just so we're on the same page. You want more hair content? No, stop it. Don't try to contact people that I know, okay? What was I saying? So kind of the rest of this video, I kind of have 3 things I want to talk about. I want to talk about what products I've been using. There's a lot of products, and I want to make more detailed videos on those products. So I'm really just going to show you like newer to me products that I'm still kind of trying out and testing. There's some that I love and I like definitely think are going to be forever products. They were not used today. None of them were used today, so that's probably why. I don't really like the way my hair looks today, but whatever. We'll talk about it later. I want to talk about what my personal like hair growth goals are. Because I still want to grow it longer. I know that sounds crazy, because it already is so long, but I do actually want to grow it longer. And then I also want to talk about what my goals are for the channel in general. So first, let's kind of talk about what my actually, let's do products first. We'll do products first, and then we'll talk about like my personal goals. So, some of these are newer to me and some of them aren't, and I'll kind of talk about them really briefly, give my like first impressions on them. So this will be really quick. I'll make like more like proper review videos in the future, but for the sake of today, we'll just kind of run through these really quick, okay? So the first product, I'll kind of go in like the order that you would apply them, is I just got this sample bottle of JVN, so Jonathan Van Ness, his hair oil, his pre-shampoo hair oil. So what you're supposed to do with this is you're supposed to take like a full dropper full, run it through your scalp, like once a week, as with like any product, that's like a pre-shampoo oil, and You can kind of use it however you want. Some people just leave it on for like 20 minutes before they take a shower. Some people leave it on overnight. I tend to leave it on overnight. I work it into a lather. I massage my scalp. I run it through my lengths and ends. And I kind of use it as um, like a me time activity. I like give myself a scalp massage to stimulate blood flow to the scalp. Which there's some evidence that it helps with faster hair growth. I don't know if that's the case. I just do it because I think it's fun. And I love this oil. So I've used it twice, and it's already like my favorite scalp oil. There's another one that I have here that we'll talk about. The other one that I've used in the past is the one from Fable in Maine, and I don't super love that hair oil. It's a very popular hair oil. And that one is like based in the like people who made it. It's based on like Ayurvedic, however you pronounce that, like hair scalp massage rituals or whatever. I just feel like it didn't really do much for my hair. It's supposed to like moisturize your scalp. I feel like it didn't really do that. Again, it's supposed to like help stimulate growth. Again, I didn't really feel like that happened. It was just kind of like there. So I wasn't like the biggest fan of it, but I used up the whole bottle because I didn't hate it. It's not like a bad product. It just like wasn't groundbreaking. But then this oil I love. I do actually feel like it works. Anecdotally, and there's like no evidence to that. So again, take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm like not a trichologist or dermatologist or whatever. I'm just like a guy with super long hair. But this has rosemary oil, which tends to be very agreeable with my hair and scalp. I felt like after I've used this, my scalp feels very rejuvenated. It feels like it's been reset. I also have felt like it leaves my hair very shiny and soft. So I haven't used this for like probably 3 weeks now because I've been using this other oil, which we will talk about in a sec. But yeah, the times that I use this, I've absolutely loved this. So I want to buy like a full bottle of this and give it like the honest 1-2 and do like a proper review on it. But yeah, that's my like kind of preliminary thoughts on this hair oil. I love it so far. This oil I don't love as much, and we'll kind of talk about why. So this is from the brand Ceremonia. So this is how big it is. It's Ceremonia Aceite de Mosca. I don't know if I said that correctly, but that's what it is. And I will say this. So these two products, the normal size of this, and this is the normal size, they cost around the same, like about $32, which is kind of a lot. But the Fable and Maine one is even more expensive. So this one, steal, in my opinion, in terms of kind of that type of product. What you will notice immediately is both the travel size and the full size are glass. I don't know if you could hear that, but they're glass. So they're very high quality. This is plastic, and it feels like really cheap plastic. It looks like it's a glass bottle, but it's not. And you can see I'm like squishing it, and I don't like that. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. I tend to like glass packaging for products that aren't going in the shower, both because I think it just feels nicer, but it's also like better for the environment. It's recyclable, whereas this is like not going to be recyclable. So already that's a ding against this hair oil. The second thing that I really don't like about this, it didn't really do anything for me. Again, it was kind of like the Fable and Maine oil where it just like sat on my hair and made it greasy in the morning, and then I washed it out. My hair was like meh, same as usual. And then also, just the build quality of this is really bad. I used this in my scalp the first day, and this part popped out. Let's see if it'll do it again. Yeah, it just pops out like super duper easy, and I've never had that happen to me before. So that's just really, it makes me like question the quality of the product itself. If the packaging is so shoddy and it like falls apart in your hand, it just makes me like not feel super confident. I'm gonna like run it through my ends, even though my hair is already like super greasy, as you can see. So I'm gonna keep trying it. I've only used it like a couple times, sort of like the JVN oil or whatever. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a product that I keep. And now I'm gonna brush it through my hair again because I don't want it to look bad on camera after this is the first time I've seen you guys in like 2 years. So that's where we're at. Okay. So next product, I'll kind of run through these a lot quicker because they're more self-explanatory and I think I've talked about them in the past. So I shouldn't be spending a whole bunch of time on it. But the next product, we're still kind of in that treatment step. So this is what you would use in lieu of a conditioner. I tend to put these type of products on beforehand. I guess 2 of them you are supposed to put on beforehand. But I'm grouping kind of these 3 products together because it's easier. The first 2 products I'm going to talk about together because they're sort of similar. It is the Olaplex No. 3 Hair Perfector. So this is the giant bottle of it. And then we have the OGX Bond Protein Repair Pre-Shampoo Treatment, which looks like this. And I bring these 2 up because they're both meant to help with repairing damage. I don't think they actually repair damage. I think when your hair is damaged, it's damaged, and that's just how it is. But I will say that I feel like these 2 are very preventative. So I have not had my hair trimmed in a year, and I still don't feel like I need a trim. There's like a few split ends, but for the most part, it kind of is kind of needing a little trim. But I'm not gonna do that until my hair is longer, which we'll talk about in a little bit. God, it looks so greasy. Anyway, I work today. That's the excuse I'm gonna use. And you'll see my hair in better shape in the future, so whatever. I do honestly really like this. I do feel like the Olaplex one is better, but not by like a whole lot. If you are very skeptical about products like these, or you've never tried like a bond repair treatment before, this is very expensive. So this is the jumbo size, and it's like $60. But it lasts me like a year, so that's why I get the jumbo size, because I use it like once a month, like once or twice a month. So in that regard, it is worth it to me. The normal size is like $30, and it's like teeny tiny. This is like, I think $7. You can get it at like CVS or whatever. And I do honestly feel like it does like very similar things to the Olaplex No. 3. So again, I'm not like a trichologist. I don't have the like ingredients to compare side by side. But just like perceptually, I feel like these are both really good products. So I'm going to keep using them. This is almost done. I probably won't repurchase this because I do have the ginormous Olaplex. But I'm going to finish this up because I do really like this product. Okay. And then the next product I'm going to talk about very quickly, because I've only used it a couple times, is this Dove 10-in-1 Bond Strength Serum Mask. So this is what it looks like. And again, this is from like CVS. I've recently been like on a big drugstore hair care binge. I specifically really love drugstore shampoos. I think they're fantastic. And I also actually like most of the product. I feel like pretty much every product besides like a blow dry product or a treatment product, you can get something better at like the drugstore, including like leave-in conditioners and hair oils, I would say. Again, that's a video for another day. For today, we'll just talk about this. I like this product. It's a good mask. It's like, again, like $6. It's very cheap. It does what it's supposed to do. And I can't say the same about a lot of higher end hair masks. A lot of other hair masks that are like $50 do nothing. I do feel like this actually does something. So in that regard, I would recommend this. Is it gonna change your world? No. It's just like a very typical hair mask. Excuse me. Is this gonna leave your hair soft and shiny? Yeah, I would say for the most part it's going to. I tend to apply hair. This is just a personal preference because I'm lazy. I first wet my hair. I have like a spray bottle. And then I apply the mask before I shampoo, and I let it sit in my hair while I'm like drinking coffee in the morning, playing video games, kind of doing whatever. And then I wash it out, and like condition it and everything. And for me, that works really well. That's probably not what they recommend for a lot of people, but for me, that's what works best for my hair. So I'm gonna keep going ahead and doing that. Um, but yeah, I would like recommend this hair mask. It's a good hair mask. We're getting close, and then we'll kind of talk about what my hair goals are. So I'm sure you guys are getting tired of this. It's already almost like half an hour long video. I've been using this product for a really long time. I think I've recommended it in other videos, so I won't harp on it. This is the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Serum for Hair Density. I do really like this product. I do feel like it has made my hair thicker. Not like crazily thicker, but it has definitely helped with like hair growth and like growing in like the baby hairs on my hairline. It maybe has made my hair grow faster. Again, I don't know if that's the case. But my hair's 32 inches. So maybe it has done something for my hair. I've used this for like a year. So maybe it has worked really well. Who knows? But I definitely would recommend this. I would not recommend using this every single day. I feel like it can be kind of irritating if you use it every single day, at least in my experience. But like every other night, I feel like it's really great. In my personal experience. Okay, my hair is rapidly becoming greasy and gross, so we'll wrap it up really quick. Next product, two products I'm going to talk about really quick are leave-in conditioners. I tend to like spray leave-in conditioners the most because I feel like they saturate my hair a lot better than like a cream. A cream just like sits on the top of my hair. And one I like and one I hated. So we have the Color Wow Money Mist, which looks like this. And then we have the Living Proof Leave-In Conditioning Spray. I've only used this twice. So far, I've really liked it. I felt like it's made my hair super, super soft. And normally, like, I feel like my hair it's hard to make it soft. It's very frizzy. It's very poofy. And this does a really good job with it. This I hated, like, genuinely, like, one of the worst products I've ever used. It left my hair feeling like almost like it was made of gum. Like, it was just really gross. And I use this across multiple contacts. I use the contacts, excuse me. Again, I'm tired. This, I used it and air dried my hair. I used it when I blow dried my hair. I used it by itself. I used it with other blow dry products, etc. I have two other Color Wow products I want to talk about. This and another one I really hate. And then the other Color Wow product I love. Like, oh my gosh, amazing. One of the best products I've ever used. So I'm gonna stop talking about this because I hate it. This, I almost want to buy a full-size bottle. I want to finish this first and see how I feel. I might use this tomorrow when I'm going to like see my boyfriend tomorrow. So I might put this in my hair and then blow dry it and like see how it works. But we'll kind of see. I'm not quite sure. I'll talk about the other Color Wow, one of the other two Color Wow products I have. I have 3 products left, so we're getting there, friends. This is the Color Wow Dream Cocktail Kale Infused Leave-In Strengthening Treatment. What a mouthful. I also don't really like this one. Again, I've used this across multiple contexts. I've used it to air dry my hair. I've used it to blow dry my hair. I've used it by itself because it's heat protectant as well, apparently. I've used it with other products, and I feel like across the board, it just leaves my hair feeling very, like, sticky. And I don't like that feeling. I think a lot of people maybe do if they are looking for more hold. I am not. I want my hair to be extremely soft and movable. I don't like it feeling like it has weight to it. So that's like a personal preference. Some people do like that. I am not one of them. I hate that. So I will probably not be repurchasing this. Okay, 2 more products. This Color Wow Color Wow product I do love and I do highly recommend it. This is the Color Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. It looks like this. This is my third bottle of it, I want to say, and I will be repurchasing this until the end of time. This is a product you're supposed to use once a week. I would almost consider this like a treatment product. Does it actually like heal your hair? No. It's like very cosmetic. Does it protect my hair? I do honestly believe it does. What this basically does is you apply a liberal amount. Like you want to douse your hair in this from basically root to tip. Where you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna weigh my hair down. It's not. You need to like douse your hair in this. And then you blow dry your hair, preferably with like a heat brush, which I have, and I'll kind of show that really quickly. I won't talk about it too fast because I want to make sure you guys can get going, and I also have not eaten dinner yet. So, like I said, I'll make it quick. But with this product, it leaves your hair so freaking soft and so shiny. Does it kind of weigh down your hair? Yes, I would say that. And they have an extra strength one. I don't think I would use the extra strength one on my hair if you have hair that's very similar to mine. I have a lot of hair, but it's very fine. I would frankly kind of just recommend using this because this is almost too much as well. I love this though. I use it like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, kind of depending on how busy I am. And it says it lasts for like 3 to 4 washes. I would say that's true. Sometimes it might even last a little bit longer. Like, I feel like today's the first day that my hair hasn't been like super duper soft. And this is on, what is today? It's been like 5 days. And I wash my hair every day, by the way, which again, that's a whole separate video. It works best for my hair. If I don't wash it every day, it gets horrible, which again, we'll talk about it a different day. But I will absolutely buy this till the day I die. I love this so much. And then the final product before I show you like my blow dryer, this is very new to me. So I've only had this for like a couple weeks. This is a new product from Crown Affair. It's called the Overnight Repair Serum. So it looks like this. And this is very similar to another product that I've raved about, which is the Kerastase Overnight Hair Serum or whatever, which I do still have. This is like a very intensive overnight treatment. Whereas I feel like the Kerastase one is kind of more maintenance. That one's more just like to protect your hair. And again, like I wash my hair every day, so I feel like that product is necessary to do that. This you're only supposed to use as needed. They recommend like 1 to 3 times a week. You can use it more, but that's like generally what they recommend. And so far, I love this product. I really do feel like this has made a difference. I feel like my hair has never been this soft before, like really soft all the time. And I am tentatively saying that's because of this product, but I've only used it a few times, but it's made such an impact on me that I'm willing to recommend this right now. I will make like a proper review. I honestly want to try all the Crown Affair products. Because this has been amazing, and I've heard the leave-in conditioner is the best leave-in conditioner ever. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Those are kind of the newer products that I've been trying. I have like other ones too, obviously, because like I'm a guy with like hair down on my butt, basically. Of course, I'm gonna have like a huge collection of hair care products. But the last like true hair care product before I talk about like my hair goals and my goals for the channel, the hair dryer I use, it's super expensive. So don't go out and buy this just because I said I love it. This is the Shark, it's like the Flex Styler or something. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's the Shark Flex Styler. I love this so much. And let me tell you why. Because I'm so lazy. And this is perfect for people who are lazy but still want to have nice hair. Okay? attachments. Biggest thing about this, it's a lot like the Dyson, but it's less expensive. So I would almost recommend this over the Dyson one, even though the Dyson one is beautiful. I do still feel like this is very pretty. It's like a kind of goldy, it's kind of golden. It's so pretty. I really like looking at it. What's cool about this is it looks like a magic wand right now, or like a lightsaber. But you press this button right here and it swivels to make it like a normal hair dryer. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to dry your hair with it like a normal hair dryer until it's like mostly dry. And then you flick this up and you add attachments to it. So the attachments it comes with is, what is it? It's like oh my gosh, I can't formulate sentences. What the heck? I'm a speech therapist. It like directs air very, like a strong air current that it directs. So if you're doing like a very, specific style, it's supposed to be good for that. There is a straight brush attachment, which smooths out the hair and makes it straight. That's the one I use the most often because I don't feel like it like straightens my hair. My hair's like pretty straight. It's a little wavy naturally, but I feel like it doesn't like truly straighten my hair. But it like does a good enough job of like smoothing it out. There's the round brush, which is for volume. So I will actually use that. I'll use that second after I like straighten my hair with the round brush, and I use it at like the root of my hair to give it some volume. I haven't blow dried my hair today. This is air dried today. There's also air curlers, so I don't really curl my hair all that much, but if you really enjoy doing that, it's great. It's like an air current and it wraps itself around and you like hold it for 10 seconds and then release it and it gives you really nice curls. I don't really care to use it because like my hair is just naturally like kind of wavy. I like my natural hair texture, so I'm like, I don't really use it that much. And then the final attachment, which you have to buy separate, which is stupid because I really like this is the frizz tamer. So I use this at the very end of blow drying, and I do it hot first, and then I use cold to like seal it all in. I feel like this has been a game changer. I really like using this. And that's how I also use the Color Wow. I use like these together quite a bit. And I just like hit it and it's probably gonna be broken, but whatever. And that's been a game changer for me. I've loved that. All right, so now we've made it past the longest part of the video, honestly, the most annoying part of the video. Why don't we go ahead and talk about what my personal goals are for my hair, as well as what I'm hoping to do with the channel. So when it comes to my own personal hair growth, ultimately my goal is from like a pure aesthetic stand. I have like kind of two goals. From a pure aesthetic standpoint, I want my hair to touch the bottom of my belt, both in the front and the back. So as you can see now, it like kind of just barely touches the top of my belt in the back. And then in the front, it comes down a little bit past my belly button. I want all of my hair to fully like go past my belt in both the front and the back. That's like my ultimate goal. And that's probably where I'll keep it indefinitely at least. But then I kind of have like a personal like challenge goal. I kind of want to see how, first of all, I want to grow it so that it is 3 feet long. I'm like 4 inches away. And I just think it'd be really cool to say that my hair is 3 feet long, or that I've had 3 feet of hair in the past. And if I do end up making it to that, we'll do like a celebration. I don't know what we'll do for that. That might be kind of like a fun brainstorming thing. And then I honestly, this is crazy, you guys. I kind of want to see if I can grow my hair out to 1 meter in length. So that's like 39, 40 inches. I kind of just want to see if that's feasible and see if I like it at that length. I've like honestly contemplated growing it past my butt, to my thigh. maybe not, probably not my knee. I think the longest I would ever grow it is like the top of my knees. But that's like that's a lot, I feel. And I like wearing my hair down. Like, it's my preferred way of wearing it. And I do kind of feel like if it was down to my knees, that would be something that would be not feasible or possible, especially with the job that I have. Whereas I feel like even like maybe past my butt, I could feasibly do. Especially since like people see how long my hair is and like it's a known thing, so it's not like an issue professionally. Um, and I will say this: if you are newly growing out your hair, I feel like people don't care about it as much as they used to. I work in a very professional field, as I've kind of described. I'm wearing a polo, for God's sake. And it's never been an issue for me. Granted, I'm like pretty independent in my career. Um, but I feel like it's never hindered me. In fact, I feel like it's been like more of a blessing. It helps me stand out. And I also feel like having such long hair, um, my maybe this, I don't know the case. I can't read minds, but I have felt like it's made people more trusting of me because I'm not. I still like dress nicely and stuff, but I'm not this like stick in the mud. You know what I mean? I like, oh, he's a therapist with like hair down his butt. You know, like, okay, he's gonna be like fun. I like to think. I like to dream and like I like to think. So for me, um, my long hair has been nothing but a blessing. Honestly, it's been such a fun ride, and I never ever see myself cutting it even shorter than this. Like, I want it to be longer. I cannot see myself cutting it shorter than this unless I go bald. Even then, I will probably pay for plugs because I have such a deep attachment to my long hair. Um, but like realistically, I will probably like keep it down to my belt forever. When it comes to what my goals are for this channel, so because I have more free time, I have a lot more energy. I don't have roommates or anything right now. My boyfriend will probably move in soon. But he like knows about the long hair thing, so like whatever. I would like to really put a lot of energy into this channel, especially now that my hair is so long. 2 years ago, I felt like my hair was very long then, but it was still like kind of a typical length. And now I'm at a length where most guys do not have hair this long, down to their belly button and longer. And I feel like I have a lot of knowledge about how to care for it and kind of what the joys of having it this long as well as the challenges of having this long are. And I just feel like it's a valuable experience to bring to the internet, I guess. So this is like something I'm very passionate about. I've had this channel for 4 years. I'm very passionate about long hair. I've always been very passionate about long hair. It's always been something that I have felt like is like another limb, if that makes sense. I've always, since I've been the little kid, I've wanted to have long hair. Um, and I feel like it's still something that's kind of stigmatized and kind of looked down on. And I don't want it to be that way anymore. I want to kind of spread awareness and uplift other guys who feel the same way about their long hair or are growing it as long as mine or already have hair that's as long or longer than mine. And also like provide support for guys who are in that process of growing it long, right? I think it's also extremely important because I think a lot of guys would grow it super long, but there's that very real fear of stigma. And like, oh my gosh, am I not going to be able to have a job? Am I not going to like find love and things like that? And I just want to be someone who's like, no, it's like very possible. And like, um, you can have all these things and also have like super, super long hair, you know? Um, with that being said, I'm going to continue posting length updates. Especially now that it's longer than like a lot of guys I see on here. I feel like it'll be kind of more interesting to see than like my hair is down to my shoulders. Okay, a lot of guys have hair down to their shoulders instead of my chest. Okay, whatever. Now it's like my hair like gets stuck on my belt when I put on my pants. Like that's I think more interesting than it hit my shoulders. Even though it's like it's still very interesting when it hits. It's so amazing and fantastic when it hits your shoulders. I just feel like there's enough out there showing that like I don't really need to add my voice to that, if that makes sense. I want to post hair product videos. I want to post I feel like there's a very real subset of men who grow their hair long for very like personal spiritual reasons, like how I feel with my long hair. So I kind of want to like dig deeper into that. I also want to post like I think it'd be really interesting to do like history on like famous men who had long hair in history and like kind of the origins of it and stuff. I think it'd just be very interesting. I don't know if you guys think that'd be interesting, but I think it's interesting. Maybe it's like kind of a psychotic thing, but whatever. I don't care. And then I also would like to feature guys on my channel, do like interviews with guys on here. Either like this, where like we have like an actual interview based like back and forth, or they like upload a video of them talking about their long hair. Guys who are kind of like me, who they grew their hair long because it was like very much a part of who they were. It's very integral to who they are as people, and they have like a very strong attachment to it. Like that's kind of what I want this channel to be about, is to really focus on that subset of guys, but still like obviously like focusing on just every guy with long hair. Because I feel like it's really something that's important. It's important to me, at least. It probably isn't that important, but to me it means everything. So that's kind of what my plan is for this channel. Oh my gosh, I'm just now seeing how long this video is. It is almost an hour long. Holy cow. Thank you for listening to me yap for an hour. I'm not sure when my next video will be. I would almost like to, in a perfect world, I would do like every week, but that's not feasible. So I'm thinking the next video I make will either be like a product review video, or on Instagram, if anybody is interested in being featured here who has hair that they feel like the same way about their long hair or it's as long. Please reach out to me. I'd love to feature you here. You can either leave a comment down below. You can obviously please subscribe to my channel. That'd be really helpful. Leave a like. You can send me an email. I left my email address, I believe, in my profile. I also have an Instagram that I run of the same name, and it's also linked in my YouTube, and that one is very much more like, again, featuring various guys who have super long hair. Or not as well. And really, again, trying to focus on guys whose hair means a lot to them. You can also send me a DM over there. I'm very open to DMs over there. I really like to talk. As you can tell, I'm a speech therapist, so of course I like to talk. So I will try to respond within like a reasonable amount of time. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm really excited to be making videos like this again. Especially now that my hair is so long and I feel like I can finally contribute in a meaningful way to the discussion, I guess. If you guys have any questions or like suggestions for videos that you would like to see, please let me know. And thank you guys so much. As always, onward and downward.